to Monday's literacy lesson. Today we are going to be turning adjectives into adverbs. So the first thing that we want you to do is sort these words into adjectives or adverbs. Remember, adjectives describe nouns. They tell you more information about a noun, and adverbs tell you more information about a verb, such as when, where, or how something is done. So, the words that we need you to sort are magnificently, fiercely, unsightly, grumpy, regal, lovely, and tranquil. You need to make a list of the adjectives and a list of the adverbs. I will upload this slide onto Google Classroom so that you can see the words yourself as well. So pause the video now and sort these words into adjectives and adverbs. Okay, well done Year 4. So I'm just going to go through and you can tick your own. So I'm going to start with magnificently. Now I know, I can see that magnificent is the root word there, and then we've added ly. If I said, this food is magnificently, that does not make sense. But if I said, the children performed magnificently, then that does make sense. So it's describing performed, it's describing the verb. So that means it must be an adverb. The next word we had was fiercely. Now fiercely, again, has the ly letters on the end, which we'll talk about in a moment. Fiercely, the lion chased his prey fiercely. Again, it's describing how someone is doing something. So it means it's an adverb. The next word is unsightly. Now some of you may have put that in the adverb section because it has ly on the end. But it's very important to remember that not every word with ly on the end is an adverb. Unsightly is another word for ugly or disgusting. If you see something and you don't want to see it because it's so disgusting. So unsightly is an adjective. We could say the zombie was unsightly, or the pig was living in an unsightly, muddy field. Okay, so the next word is grumpy. Miss Hill was grumpy.
No, she wasn't.
That's an adjective. It's describing the person. The next word we have is regal, which is a bit like royal. And again, that's an adjective describing. So the prince looked very regal in his crown. Then we have lovely, which is another ly ending word. But lovely is just a nice description to say that someone is maybe kind or caring or looked very nice. So that is an adjective. And tranquil, which means very calm and peaceful and quiet, is an adjective as well. So in your adjective section you should have unsightly, grumpy, regal, lovely, and tranquil. And in your adverb section you should have magnificently and fiercely. Okay? So well done if you got lots of those correct. So, what we're looking at today is how to turn adjectives into adverbs. Because often we might know an adjective, but we want to use it to describe how something is done rather than to describe a person or an object. So, for example, we have quick and slow here. And these are two adjectives which can really easily be turned into adverbs. These adjectives end in a consonant, K and W, and we just need to add ly onto the end. So quickly and slowly. And there are lots and lots of other examples like that. Okay? Sometimes we have to change the spelling of adjectives to be able to turn them into adverbs. For example, if your adjective ends in a consonant, so any letter of the alphabet except A, E, I, O, U, and then a Y, you need to change the Y to an I and then add the ly. So let me show you that one. We have the word happy. Happy has a Y, and just before the Y there is a P, which is a consonant. It says here, change the Y to an I before adding ly. So we would have H, A, P, P, no Y, we change that to an I, and then ly. Just take 1 minute now to change angry into angrily, please. Can you pause the video and do that for me? Okay, so let's just check. Angrily, there is a consonant, the R, just before the Y, so we need to change the Y to an I. So you should have written A-N-G-R-I-L-Y, angrily. Okay? Final rule for turning adjectives into adverbs. If the adjective ends in a vowel, so A, E, I, O, or U, and then an L, you have to keep the L and then add another ly. So for example, powerful has a vowel, the U, just before the L, and you need to keep that L there and add ly. So powerfully. Okay? Then we have accidental. Accidental. Can you take a moment now to turn accidental into an adverb, please? Okay, hopefully you've done that now. So accidental, we have the vowel, just before the consonant L, so then we add ly. Okay, so they are the 3 different ways to turn adjectives into adverbs, and it's very careful to practice those spelling rules there. So what we want you to do today is complete the sheet that we have uploaded, which asks you to change 16 adjectives into adverbs. You can follow the rules that I have just shown you, and those rules are also written out at the top of the worksheet. When you have done that, we want you to choose 5 of the 16 adverbs, so just 5, and turn those, put those into sentences. And you need to remember to spell them correctly. Okay? So for example, if I was choosing accidentally, I could write a sentence such as Mr. LaBelle tripped over the chair accidental, and then I'm remembering there's a vowel just before the L, so then I need to add an extra ly onto the end. Mr. LaBelle tripped over the chair accidentally. Okay, So you can upload your sentences onto Google Classroom and we will have a look and give you some